This podcast is a member of the Place to Be Nation family. Visit us at placetobenation.com, the only place to be in your pop culture world.
Top beer, top beer, top beer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back again to another episode of Top Beer, Top Brewery Edition. Now, before we start the show, I want to introduce my co-host, Timothy Robert Bruckner, who's always here every week, every other week, I should say. Timothy, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, phenomenally.
Great. That's a great way to be doing.
It is.
But really, though, actually, I want to issue a rare correction on the show. I never do this. Last Top Brewery episode came out as Avery and Lagunitas, which was incorrect. It was actually Sanitas Brewing and Lagunitas. I only put Avery in the title because we talked about me going to Avery Brewing, so as I was editing the episode, it's one of those things where like you're thinking it in your head and then you're typing it out and you don't even realize it because it's just like, I don't know, what'd you call that, subconscious? Maybe it's not subconscious, but whatever. You get the idea. So I apologize.
It rhymes.
Yeah.
That doesn't help.
It doesn't help. Sanitas and Lagunitas. Who would have thought, right?
Exactly.
But anyway, I apologize for that mistake. But that doesn't mean we won't have Avery on Top Brewery at some point, because I'm sure we will. It only makes sense. Maybe even tonight. Who knows? But getting right into it then, Tim. My brewery for tonight, and let's just announce our breweries before we even start drinking. My brewery tonight is Oskar Blues. Who do you have, Tim?
I have Mother Earth Brew Company.
Mother Earth Brew Company. That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, my first beer from Oskar Blues, and this one kind of goes without saying, and I haven't had this in a while. I'm actually pretty excited to have it again. This is basically their flagship beer. This beer is pretty much available. I'm pretty sure you've had it, Tim, and I'm pretty sure it's available in your neck of the woods. This is a Dale's Pale Ale by Oskar Blues.
Good old Daily Pale.
Yeah, this is their, I guess this is their flag. How do breweries decide what their flagship beer is? Is it just like their most popular selling one, or what is it? Because I'm always curious about that. I think
you would almost say that breweries don't decide what their flagship beer is, but that the customers do.
That makes sense, yeah.
You could kind of say that, but I think, it's just whichever one they make the most of, whichever one sells the best. Sometimes, although some places their flagship isn't necessarily what sells the best, but it's what they kind of relates to their brand the most, if that makes sense.
That does make sense. I was just thinking about some of my favorite breweries and what their flagship beers are. Like, I know for like Odell's, it's 90 shilling. For Oskar Blues, it's Dale's Pale Ale. But like for other breweries out here, like I wouldn't even be able to tell you what their quote unquote flagship is. Like for Avery or for like Left Hand Brewing or for like, New Belgium. Like what are their? Well, New Belgium would be Fat Tire, wouldn't it? That makes the most sense to me. Yeah, Fat Tire. Okay. Well, there you go.
Well, we figured that one out.
Crack the code on that one. All right. So getting right into it. And by the way, in case anyone doesn't know, and you should know if you're listening to a beer podcast, if you're drinking a beer out of a can, tap the lid a few times. I swear to you, every time I do this, Tim, I don't know about you, but every time I do this, I don't get any of that foamy mess that comes out if you don't tap it. You know what I'm saying? So
I know what you're saying. I've adopted the tap on the side model because I've heard that that's actually better. But
yeah, I've never done that.
I get where you're coming from.
I'll have to try it. And yeah, I just opened it and no foamy mess because I noticed that I had I'll get into it later. But anyway, this is Dale's Pale Ale by Oskar Blues. Quick commercial description. I really like their commercial description. It's not on the can. It's on Rate Beer. Brewed with hefty amounts of European malts and 4 kinds of American hops, it delivers a blast of hop aromas, a rich middle of malts and hops, and a thrilling finish. It weighs in at a 6.5 ABV. Why squeeze such a big brew into a little can? Because we think we think fun in the great outdoors calls for a great beer. Our cans go where bottled beers can't, where flavorless canned beers don't belong. And no matter where you drink Dale's Pale Ale, our can can protect it from light and oxidation far better than bottles do. Northern brewer for bittering, Cascade and
Out.
Columbus for flavor, and a big post-boil edition of Centennial for aroma. Ooh. So yeah, so this is
I'm out.
this is it's a American Pale Ale, the Oskar Blues, based out of Longmont, Colorado. Let's give her a sip. Ooh, that I forgot what it tasted like, Tim. It has a little bit of
Did you?
I did. It's been that long. It has a little bit of a malty aftertaste or like finish, a little bit of a malty finish. Not in a bad way though. It's not like it's not like drinking like an actual Bud Light or whatever. But as you're drinking it, you definitely get a nice balance of hops and malts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But I can definitely taste the malts more than the hops. But it's funny because this is one of the few beers where they say, "Oh, it's malts and hops," and sometimes you don't even taste the hops, so you just taste the malts, or vice versa. Well, I can actually taste both in this, and it's actually a really good balance of the two. I can see why it's their flagship beer, by the way, Tim, because I feel like if you're the type of person, like most people who aren't super into hobby beers or whatever, they would be able to enjoy something that's not, a lager or a pilsner or your Bud Lights or your Coors or whatever. That's why I think Dale's Pale Ale, I should say, is it seems like it'd be a good daily driver of a beer, if I do say so myself.
Okay.
Score on Rate Beer, and I was actually kind of surprised with this, to be honest. 96 over 99, Tim.
Ooh.
96 for the overall score, 99 for the style. It's got a lot of good reviews on here, but I came across one review that I kind of wanted to read because it's kind of funny. It's a guy gave it 1.2 of a score,
Okay.
and he said, "Can from Maryhill Tesco Express, Glasgow." So this was in Glasgow. What is that? Scotland? Ireland? I don't even know.
I think it's Scotland. Yeah.
Right. Beer served in 5 degrees Celsius Duvel glass. What a huge disappointment. Beer is not even near to IPA flavor. Smell and taste is just like some cheap lager. A lot of metallic notes, iron, some malt, moderate bitterness, but harsh and without typical American hops aroma. Maybe this beer was incorrectly stored. That's what I was thinking when I read it. Or not all of them are fine, but either way, I will think twice next time before buying next Oskar Blues beer. That's it sucks to read that because it doesn't taste like that at all to me. So I think it was just, it made the trip all the way to Glasgow, right? I mean, how many miles is that? Like, that's like several thousand miles.
Too many.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe after a while, beer just kind of gets the taste of the can in there. I don't get it. I don't taste it at all. I think it's delicious. It's a really good beer. So, there you have it, Tim. You've had Oskar, you've had the Dale's Pale Ale. What do you think about it really quick?
I have had the Dale's Pale, and it's good, and I don't agree with that person's take on it, so they must have, as you said, gotten a bad batch, or maybe a beer that oxidized or something.
That has to be it. Yeah.
Doesn't sound right.
Yeah. So, Tim, you have Mother Earth, Mother Nature, what was it called?
Mother Earth Brew Co.
And what's the first beer from them tonight?
I think they are located near San Diego. I don't think they're in San Diego proper. I do plan on checking this brewery out shortly in person, so I'm excited for that. And I thought might as well try out some of their beers now that I can find them in cans. And so I'm starting out with actually their flagship beer, or at least maybe what those of us in Los Angeles think of as their flagship beer, because it was the first one that was really easy to get out here in LA.
Mm-hmm.
The first one that was really brought up this way, and now other beers from them have started to kind of make their way out here through different distribution. This is their Cali Creamin' Vanilla Bean Cream Ale.
Cali Creamin' Vanilla Bean Cream Ale. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it is one of our most popular beers. The Vanilla Cream Ale has a malty backbone thanks to some flaked corn and honey malt. Just a hint of vanilla adds depth to flavor of this beer. Medium body, classic, and it's sure to woo the ladies, it says. But ladies. Flavorful enough to satisfy the dudes.
Well, the ladies like vanilla, don't they? Isn't like...
This is true.
They like vanilla.
The ladies love cool beans.
Candles. Yeah, cool beans. They like to say the phrase cool beans. So...
This is true. I've never heard a man say that before.
I wouldn't say it.
I would never dream of saying such a thing. So I've got all cans tonight, which is not necessarily the great call because they don't really make bottle stoppers for cans.
No, they
But,
don't. You kind of just gotta
finish.
just toughen it out and just finish it, huh?
That's it.
But
So this pours a kind of straw yellow
Mm-hmm.
with a little haziness, but not too much. Pretty clear. Nice kind of off-white cream shell head that nice and effervescent. Give it a sniff and some sweetness comes off the aroma. A little, almost some notes of like earth tones, tomatoes even. This is rustic.
I like that.
Smelling. Yeah, I like it.
It's like eating drinking a can of soup.
It smells kind of farmy. I like it. It's definitely earthy and good. Let me give it a quick taste. Ooh. Now that's interesting.
Why is that?
The vanilla really comes through strong on the back and really kind of permeates the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. It's a really good cream ale, really smooth, easy to drink. Like I said, nice and sweet. No real booziness to it at all. Only 5.2% alcohol, so not crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really... I actually really like this for something different. You know, if you're kind of like me and you're obsessed with the tart kind of sour beers lately, this is like a nice balance to that as something a little bit more... a little sweeter. Like I said, a little earthier. There's definitely some woodsiness, some old school. The flaked corn malt probably adds a lot to that sweetness as well. This is it's a really interesting cream ale. A lot of times I kind of turn away from the cream ales, but I do find that I like them every now and then when they're done well, and this is one that's done really well.
I was gonna say.
Overall score.
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I was just gonna say I normally stay away from cream ales too, and I was wary of it, so I was gonna ask you if that's a beer you would recommend for someone like you and me who don't normally drink those kinds of beers. You know.
I would recommend this to anybody, honestly. This is a beer that I think anyone could drink and
That's
enjoy.
good to know. Yeah.
Without really any problem with it at all. It's
all about balance, right? Because if it was too vanilla-y, you wouldn't like it, I'm sure. Or if it was too sweet, or if it was too whatever.
Yeah, it comes across real vanilla, not artificial vanilla, which is nice. But definitely, like I said, definitely has some sweetness to it. Yeah, this is a really good beer. I highly recommend this one. Overall score 65, style of 94. So,
wow.
As I said, a very good cream ale, but maybe people don't appreciate cream ales that much. Now, do they?
I don't see those very often, and when I do, like I said, I never gravitate towards them because they just like cream, like the word cream alone, and then with the beer, it's like no. But you're saying it sounds good, so I mean, I'm sure it is good.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Highly
recommend it to everybody out there, honestly.
Nice.
Now, I didn't comb through the reviews to see if there's anything funny here. Huh? But I do got this guy.
What's that?
Canned from Hippo Beers, Glasgow. Beer served in a 5°C Duvel glass. Pours hazy yellow with a little and quickly disappearing head. Aroma is similar to a soda shake with condensed milk and vanilla, coconut, banana, lime notes, and also noticeable. Flavor is milky, creamy, powdery vanilla, not well balanced with a medium bitterness and watery finish. Anyways, this beer is interesting and unique. So I think this is the same guy.
I just looked it up and I'm not shitting you. It's the same dude. You are right. That is the same.
He also comes down more harshly on the beer than I did. I think it's crazy to say it's not well balanced because I think it's fantastically well balanced. I think he says it's interesting and unique. Definitely agree with that. And yeah, I mean, I guess for the most part, I see what he's saying here. I just wonder why he didn't like it. The powdery vanilla I don't see because I think it really comes across like a natural tasting vanilla.
Yeah, I think this beer aficionado on rape beer, I think he has a very either he has a very refined palate or he's a very much of a beer snob. I guess I don't know.
He might be a son of a bitch. I have to call him out for being a son of a bitch.
Even the internet is a small world that we came across the same beer reviewer.
I know.
Awesome. All right, Tim. Well, anything else you have to say about that beer?
I like it. I say drink it. Fuck that guy.
I'll see if I can find it in Colorado because it sounds good.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
They probably have bomber bottles all over the place. That used to be what you could find, but now they have them in cans too, which is nice.
What's a bomber bottle? That's probably a dumb question.
Like a 22 or a 32 ounce just glass bottle.
Oh, it's just like those bigger bottles that you see in stores?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. The ones that are kind of expensive.
Ooh, they have a raspberry cream in.
That one's probably good.
That's probably really good.
Now, is their lineup of beers quirky like that, or do they have just like regular beers like IPAs and stouts and whatnot?
Well, here's the thing, Adrian. It seems like we're gonna have to find out.
Oh, that's true. Burying the lead on my own show. All right, Tim. Well, with that said, I think we'll take a quick little break, and when we come back, we will try our second beers. What do you think?
I'm excited.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Hey, pro wrestling announcer Kevin Kelly here. I want to make sure you are all subscribed to all the great feeds here at Place to Be Nation. It's really easy to do. Just head to iTunes or your preferred podcatcher app today and search and subscribe to the Place to Be Nation wrestling feed, which of course includes the full archives of the Kevin Kelly Show, the Place to Be Nation pod feed, and the Pro Wrestling Only feed. Subscribe, listen, and then rate us and leave feedback today. And be sure to give Justin your true thoughts. I mean, don't hold back. After all, he is kind of a jerk. Just listen to Scott.
All right, we are back to our second segment, I should say, of Top Beer, Top Brewery
The most
Edition.
important segment, some people say.
Exactly. This is the second act. This is where it all goes down. Now, we've done this before. I'm not going down that road again. Anyway, listen.
What have we done before?
The thing where it's like, the second act of a movie where the character goes through all the trials and tribulations, and the movie sort of goes into a crescendo of action and story, and then it kind of either comes toppling down all over him, and he has to pick up the pieces.
Uh-huh.
And then
I don't remember talking about this before, but okay.
it was a while ago on a different. I don't know. I can't remember what the context was, but anyway, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. What we have here tonight, Tim, my second beer from Oskar Blues. This is their pinner.
Oskar?
This is their pinner throwback IPA. Now, before I open this beer, I see the word throwback a lot in beers every now and then. And are they saying it's a throwback in the sense that they're making it in the style of like years gone by, or is it a throwback in the sense it's just in general? Like, what does it mean by throwback? Do you know? Because I don't know. I'm at a loss when it comes to that sort of thing.
It probably means that they're pin it to win it. No, I don't know. I guess it means like, yeah, it's like in the style of that time.
Gotcha. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. So anyway, so this is Oskar Blues. This is the Pinner Throwback IPA. This is it's a white and gold can. Have you seen this? Have you had this, by the way?
I have not.
Okay, well, I'm going to try it. I think I've had this before, a long time ago. I don't drink Oskar Blues much, but I have been lately. So I'm actually excited to try this because Oskar Blues has a lot of IPAs on their roster, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And I just want to try this. So let's give it a try. Let's see here. Ooh, that definitely has a very hoppy aroma coming out of the can there. Unlike the Dale's Pale Ale, which is just a pale ale, this is definitely screams IPA. You know what I'm saying, Tim? IPA.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Oh wow. First of all, if you're not into hoppy beers, you're not gonna like this one.
Okay.
But you know what? I've had IPAs where that sort of hop flavor kind of hits you like a ton of bricks, and this has a strong hoppy flavor, but it's not in your face like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it's good, and it's got a little bit of a maltiness to it, but not a lot. It's really more hop forward than I was expecting. Let's see here. So, commercial description. I probably should have done this first, but it's fine. How do you cram as much hop and malt flavor and aroma as possible into a beer, but make it crushable too. That's the challenge we answered with Pinner Throwback IPA at 4.9% ABV and 35 IBUs. This drinkable IPA uses several varieties of hops to target the ever-evolving flavor. With tropical fruits, citrus juices, pineapple and spiceberry up front in the aroma and flavor, the biscuit and toasted bread at the back balance out all the hops and make a great finish to go on to your next can of Pinner. It's the great beer for a little sip, give. So that's the thing. That's the key word right there where he says drinkable IPA. I think this is a very drinkable IPA if you like IPAs. Most people who aren't super into beer tend to stay away from the hoppier stuff. So I don't know how drinkable it would be for someone like that. But for someone who does like IPAs and maybe you don't want to drink something super strong, maybe you don't want a double IPA of some kind, pick up a Pinner. Right? Pick up a can of a 6-pack of this stuff, and I think you would be satisfied. The score on this, Tim, ready for this?
I'm ready.
88 over 90. That's a pretty good score.
That ain't half bad.
Yeah, and it's really good. I definitely get the commercial description mentions where is it? I just had it. Tropical fruits, citrus juices. Definitely get that. I don't really get much of a pineapple or a spiceberry, quote unquote. I don't even know what a spiceberry is. Do you?
I don't actually. I don't know what that is.
But yeah,
what that is.
It's definitely got the sort of the hoppiness up front and then sort of a slight maltiness in the back. But it's a really good balance of the two. I wonder if our friend from our last beers is on here reviewing this. Nope. But yeah, it's got pretty favorable scores, Tim.
Okay.
Yeah, this is overall a good beer. I really enjoy this, and I almost feel like this is probably better than their regular IPA beer. Honestly, if you ask me.
Really?
But we'll find out. We'll have to find out, right? We're not even there yet. But Tim,
ooh, I think you're showing your hands.
tell me where you are with your next beer.
Well, still with Mother Earth, obviously.
Yes.
And it is The Power of Love.
The Power. Is that the Huey Lewis song?
Yes, exactly. Show me your power of love. It is an India Pale Ale with, it says, tasting notes of fresh melon, Georgia peach, and super clean.
Georgia peach. Ooh.
Georgia peach and fresh melon. So what do we got here? No commercial description.
Sometimes they just don't provide that, do they? You know?
What's that?
Sometimes they just don't provide any kind of commercial description. It almost has an air of mystery to it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, like a haunted castle.
Exactly.
So all their can art is really cool. It's like basic, same layout, different colors. So the first one was like a kind of tealish blue. And this one's like a purple. And it's got like a little logo in the bottom. It's got their regular big logo. And it's got like a little logo underneath for the specific beer. But everything else about the cans are all the same. So let me pour this bad boy into a glass. And it's
I like that sound.
A little more coppery than the last. Similar color to the head, which is interesting. A little thicker though. This head's a little foamier and thicker. I mean, the hops are coming through strong on this one.
What's the science behind how much like foamy of a head you get with beers? Is it like the style of the beer? What is it?
I think it has to do with proteins in the beer.
Proteins.
Yeah, the protein in the beer will affect the head density and stuff.
I looked up a picture, by the way. It's like a purple can.
Yeah.
I like their art design on these cans. Pretty cool.
It's nice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like simplistic, but not at the same time. It's like a good balance of like minimal.
It is a little. It's interesting the way that it looks basic, but it's actually busy.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot going on all over the can, but it doesn't look like it's overdone.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's nice. So yeah, super aromatic. The smells really come through strong. of just rich, strong hops. Let me see how it tastes.
I like that our second beers both were were IPAs. By the way, I think it's fitting for this show.
So yeah, I definitely get the fruitiness. Don't really get the melon, but the peach and kind of a little peppery bitterness. The bitterness is really subtle and kind of just hits you in the very deep back of your tongue as you're just starting to kind of swallow.
So would you say it's drinkable, like one after the other?
It really depends. I think that this is more you're going to need to be an IPA head to really get something out of this.
That makes sense.
I don't think that this is a beer that's going to really entice a non-IPA drinker.
It's funny how that works, isn't it? You know, it's like I hate to sound pretentious, but like it really is kind of an acquired taste to get into the hoppier stuff, like whether it's an Imperial IPA or a double IPA, whatever you want to call it. If you're not super into beer and stuff, like you're not going to enjoy something as strong as, like, for example, the Mercenary double IPA by Odell. Like that's a serious IPA right there, you know.
Right.
And even I mean, I love that beer, and I love IPAs, but even for me, that one, it's challenging, but it's good. It's a good kind of challenge, not a bad kind of challenge. You know what I mean?
Right. So yeah, so this is definitely more, not a lot of malt profile. This is definitely more of that earthy kind of dank IPA kind of. There's some more stone fruit, I would say, not a lot of citrus, and I definitely, like I said, don't get the tropical melon kind of thing, but definitely stone fruit. So think plum, peach, maybe pear, stuff like that, and definitely herbal. Definitely more earthy, kind of, like I said, dank, grassy, maybe trees, that kind of stuff. Not the kind of tropical or even the citrusy style IPA that you get sometimes. So definitely like it. No score on Rate Beer, not enough
Really?
to go on there. So we jump over to Untapped, and on Untapped it's got 3.82 out of 5. Not terrible, but not great. Actually,
well, that's almost a 4 out of 5. So what? That's like a B minus. Would you say?
Yeah. So it's close. It's close. It's not bad. It's definitely pretty good. I like it. I'm definitely a fan. I could definitely drink a few of these, but I'd have to be in the mood. I don't think I could pound them one after the other.
Yeah, I hear you. All right. Well, that sounds good. I have nothing else to say.
Okay.
That sounds good. Do you have anything else to say about that beer?
I would say if you're a beer drinker, it's not crazy bitter. So if that's your turnoff for IPAs, is the bitterness, I could say you could definitely get one of these and not worry about it. If you're an IPA fan, I think you'll like this one. There's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
In general, so it's definitely got some good flavor. So yeah, I'd say that this is a drink, but this is maybe a trepidatious drink.
Good
this
word
isn't
usage.
An everyday drink.
Isn't that the thing you hear from people who aren't super into beer? Like, I don't like hops. I don't like IPAs. I don't like hoppy stuff. It almost seems like a common theme when I talk to people who aren't super into beer. They prefer, maybe because they're just into the more readily available stuff that you get at anywhere and everywhere, which is, your Bud Light, your Coors Light, your, I don't know, what's another big main, your Corona, obviously Corona,
Yeah, that Corona.
Which I used to drink that all the time, but I can't do that anymore.
No?
No, I'm too much of a hop head, man. I love the hops. I can't. I won't deny it. I'll own it. I love hoppy stuff. I love IPAs. That's my thing. But thanks to you, Tim, and that was the point of the show, expanding our horizons, right? There's some ghost beers that I like. There's some saisons that I like. There's the farmhouse style ales that I like. There's and there's even some stouts that I like. And I used to say, I think when we first started doing the show, almost a year ago now, by the way, we'll have a year anniversary next month. I wasn't into stouts or porters like at that time, but doing this show, it's like, oh well, there's a stout and a porter that I do enjoy, and I can see myself drinking that all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, all right, well, that sounds good, Tim.
Yeah.
Anything else? Anything else you want to add about that beer?
No. I guess just slide into the third beer after the last break here, huh?
Perfect. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll go to third and final break, or
second break. I don't
second
know.
break. Where we come back, we will try our third and final beer, and that's what we'll do. All right, we'll be right back.
Place to be Nation's JT Rosero here, and I want to let you know that we have a ton of great podcasts available to you on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and PlayStation.com, and we now offer them to you on 2 great feeds. On the Place to Be Nation Wrestling feed, you can check out Scott Criscolo and me on the Mothership, the Place to Be podcast, with our famous Vintage Vault pay-per-view reviews. PTBN also covers current day wrestling with Clotheslines and Headlines, Main Event, Lucha Afterground, and our monthly pay-per-view reaction shows. And we relive wrestling's past with our monthly pay-per-view rewind series led by Ben Morse, the Our Vantage Point podcast, which features a potpourri-style look at wrestling history, and Survey Says, a fun look back at the good, bad, and ugly of WCW. And on our very popular Place to Be Nation Pop podcast feed, we offer such great shows as the Glenn Butler Podcast Hour Spectacular, Rank and File, PTBN Dadcast, NBA Team, and Lucha Undead, as well as a veritable podcast heaven for comics fans with hard-traveling fanboys, Sellers Points, Todd Weber's Conversations, Geek and Sassy, and the Imaginary Stories. You can find all these current shows plus archives of our past podcasts, including The Kevin Kelly Show, as well by subscribing to both feeds on iTunes. And while there, be sure to rate and leave feedback as well. All these shows, plus others, available at PlayStation.com, where we cover pro wrestling, sports, movies, comics, plus tournaments, and more. Be sure to support our site by using PlayStation.com/Amazon when doing your online shopping, and download our free PTB Vintage Vault Refresh ebooks via the links on our site. We also want to thank our friends at Bonehead's Wing Bar in West Warwick, Rhode Island, and Fall River, Massachusetts, thehistoryofwrestling.com, and Scott Keith's blog of Doom. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr as well. PlaceToBeNation.com, the only place to be in your pop culture world.
All right, we're back. The third and final beer, Jim. That's what we're doing now. The third and final beer. I have Oskar Blues. You have Mother Nature? Sorry, Mother Earth. I think of Mother Nature when I think of Mother Earth. Anyway, Tim, my third and final beer tonight by Oskar Blues. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
This is their IPA. Just their IPA. No special name to it, just the Oskar Blues. Well, you know what? It says on the can, Blue Ferrigno.
No, that's Blue Devil.
Well, it doesn't say Blue Devil anywhere, but it says Blue Ferrigno.
I know, but that's the name of that beer.
Okay. All right,
I had the same thing. I think I had it on an episode of Top Beer, and I didn't.
I think
know,
you did.
I didn't know, or maybe I didn't have it on an episode of Top Beer. But I talked about it, and I had trouble knowing what the name was. And then just recently I saw it listed as Blue Devil.
It's interesting. Let's see what... Now I'm curious. Oskar Blues IPA. Doesn't say Blue Devil on the rate beer page. I wonder what their official website says. Let's see really quick.
Oh, no, it's Blue Dream. Sorry.
Blue Dream. Oh, you're right. Live in the Blue Dream. It does say that on the can. Well, it says Blue Ferrigno on one side and then Blue Dream, Live in the Blue Dream on the other. So,
all right, well, let's just go with that.
Yeah, let's not let's split hairs here, as they say.
Let's please split hairs.
So this is their IPA. It comes in a blue can. So that has a different. Before I get into it, let me read you the description.
Let's do it.
A meta-modern IPA conceived of hand-selected hops from down under, malt, barley, and red wheat to create a clean malt backbone with foolproof flavor and mouthfeel to support the main active Enigma, Vic Secret, Ella, Topaz, and Galaxy hops. The hops strum juicy and sweet aromas with headline notes of passion fruit, raspberries, pineapple, and citrus. This straight-up strain is Oskar Blues IPA, 6.43% ABV. To each their own till we get home. So yeah, this tastes a lot different from their Pinner Throwback IPA. This has much more of a fruity aroma flavor to, or more of a fruity flavor to it, I should say. Sorry, and it definitely stands out from other IPAs I've drank, like Odell's IPA, for example. I don't know if you've had it. It's just a very standard IPA, right? But this is different. This is a little bit more character to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It has more of a
certain je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi. Yeah, it has more of a I can get that sort of a sort of juicy sweet aroma, and the slight passion fruit / raspberry type of flavors coming through. Very subtle, but you know. The score for this. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
95 over 94.
Ooh.
So every beer I've had tonight from Oskar Blues has been a winner, Tim.
What?
This one probably the least, just because it exploded on me a little bit.
Right.
No, but actually no, this is really good. Oh, it's a little sticky in my hands from all the foam.
Is it sticky, icky, ooh wee?
Yeah, it has a nice.
Yeah, he says.
Yeah, a bright, yeah, like a sort of a nice white. From what I saw, they came out of the can, a white head, you know, very foamy. But yeah, it has a really sort of hop / fruit forward flavor to it. And what else can I say about it? It's actually really good. I honestly thought for a second, Tim, that I was going to enjoy their throwback IPA a little bit more than this one, but I think I'm enjoying this one a lot more than that one.
Okay.
They're both really good beers. Oskar Blues has, I was telling you this recently, if you remember, they have a lot of IPAs in their portfolio. They have this one, they have the Pinner, they have the Goodnight IPA.
Goodnight.
Goodnight Imperial, it's an Imperial Red IPA. And they have another one, I think. Actually, no, that's it. So they have 3 IPAs in their portfolio. I've drank tonight 2 of those. The Burrito. You've had the Burrito, right?
I've had the Burrito.
Yeah, they have. But that's not an IPA. That's something else. That
is a Mexican-style cerveza.
I'm starting to like Oskar Blues more and more. I used to think, they're only about the Dale's Pale Ale and the Yellow Pills, but no, like they have some really good IPAs. They have the Old Chub. I know you're a fan of the Old Chub.
I love that Old Chub.
And if I remember correctly, you enjoyed the Burrito as well. So.
I did. The Old Chub was my beer of the year for 2016.
It was your beer of the year. That's true. The Scotch Ale. Anyway. This beer is good. The more I drink it, the more I get a little bit of a sort of a slight malty flavor to it in the back end. You know what I mean? But
like a
definitely.
Falcon?
Yes, exactly. And you know what? What's funny is that the more I drink it, the more I realize it isn't as hop forward as their Pinner Throwback IPA.
Okay.
But that's still really good. So I highly recommend this beer. If you have a chance to try it out, Oskar Blues IPA. Tim, what do you have for your third and final beer tonight?
My third and most final beer of the evening is also from Mother Earth Brewing Company. It is the Syntax.
Syntax,
which is like the word sin and tax.
I like it.
It is a Imperial Peanut Butter Stout.
Peanut butter.
Natural flavor added.
Wow.
And full disclosure, I've had this beer before. I rated it on Untappd at 3 stars last time. Let's see what I think about it now.
Let's see.
So I pour it, and it's dark black. Just deep, dark black. Honestly, you can't see even anything. The light is trapped inside of the darkness of this beer. Chocolatey, kind of like milk chocolatey colored head, like brown, that kind of deep, dark brown, thick head. Pours like a toxic sludge. It's actually not that thick bodied, but it looks like a nice sludgy thick beer with a nice deep dark head. But it also looks thin enough to where it probably won't kill you to drink too many of these. Now let's look at this commercial description, right? You know the feeling when something is so good it has to be bad, much like the sumptuary tax placed on the beverage. we love so much. At times we feel we must limit ourselves in the wants and needs of our strongest desires. Desires like that of the full-bodied and robust flavor of our Imperial Stout, both dark and rich, paired with creamy essence of peanut butter, twisting and tangling over your taste buds until you truly comprehend that it just may be too heavenly not to be a sin. I kind of like that with so much of their stuff being angelic and Mother Earth and naturey, that this is kind of playing off of the dark side. They've got the same can design, basic, but it's red, and it's got a little devil lady holding a beer next to the thing. So she's looking pretty good. She's got some handcuffs. She's asking for trouble, I think.
She's kinky.
She is. Let me give this bad boy a quick taste.
By the way, Oskar Blues
Ooh.
has two other IPAs I didn't mention.
Uh-huh.
They have the Gubna, Imperial IPA, and they have the Deviant Dales.
I've had the Deviant Dale, and I liked that a lot.
Isn't it good?
Yeah, it's real good.
Real good. But how does your be?
Let me see if I rated the Deviant Dale. I feel like I probably did. I did. I gave the Deviant Dale 3 stars, same as the beer I'm about to drink.
Nice.
So,
Yes,
must have not been that great. So this is really chocolatey and coffee-rich aromas come through, strong on the head. Yeah, I really like that. I like that scent. Let me give it a quick taste. Interesting. It's really roasty and malty, and it tastes kind of like burnt coffee. Honestly, more than I taste peanut butter. Give it another taste.
Yeah, I've never had a peanut butter flavored beer. I would hope that it would taste more like peanut butter than coffee.
Yeah, this is not super peanut buttery, and there's not like strong chocolate. It's really just, like I said, it kind of tastes like really black, dark coffee, and it's really kind of bitter.
Uh-huh.
And then other than that, there's not much to it, honestly. This is not great. I'm just going to say that. No, and there might be, I mean, I gave it 3 stars before, so maybe there's something wrong with it. My palate might also be blown out a little bit from drinking IPAs and stuff before this. It's interesting because you would think a brewery that does such a good job with that vanilla cream that they could do a creamy kind of peanut buttery number a lot better than this. Because most places, cream ales don't come out very good when it comes to the cream side of things, while the stouts can usually, you can do a nice milk stout that comes out creamy. Let me give it another taste here. Getting a little peanut butter up front, but not a lot, and it's not as harsh as I kind of settle into it. But this is not the beer for me, honestly. ABV alcohol of 8.1. The calories are high, 243. Overall rating of 94, which is good, and a style rating of 47, which is not great. So, yeah, I don't hate it, but I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to drink another one of these, honestly.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a beer you would ever drink again, or at all, ever.
Right. Yeah, which is.
But I am curious to try a peanut butter beer because I saw one. I've seen one recently.
The Belgian Beaver one is good. I'll tell you that.
This Untapped website is shit, by the way. I can't even log in.
Really?
It's not letting me log in,
I wonder
man.
whose fault that is.
Well, it's not my fault.
Okay. Well, we'll just have to agree on that.
Well, I'm glad we can agree on something tonight.
What are you trying to do on Untapped anyways?
I'm trying to log in so I can actually start rating the beers that I drink.
Yes.
when I try to reset my password, it doesn't fucking work, man.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those ones where it's better on the phone than it is on the website.
What the fuck, man?
Whoa. Let's watch the cursing, huh?
This is a family show. So, final thoughts on that beer then? What do you think?
Not great.
Not great. Yeah.
Good, but not great.
I didn't think you really were a fan of it. It's not the worst beer you've had.
Definitely not.
But it's up there.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
All right. So what are we doing next, Adrian? This is your show.
Oh, that's because my username was wrong.
Oh, that doesn't help. Okay.
All right, Tim. Well, that sounds fantastic. Why don't we go to our third and final break? When we come back, we will announce our top beer.
Top.
We'll be right back.
The Pro Wrestling Only Podcast Network. Subscribe on iTunes or on Android with your favorite podcast app. Established in 2013, the Pro Wrestling Only Podcast Network is committed to providing unique takes on the rich and diverse medium of professional wrestling, focusing on its history and global impact, but also exploring the vibrant contemporary scene. The roll call includes Space City, an NWA on-demand podcast. This Week in Wrestling. Stacey and Elliott's Bogus Journey. The Super Apuestas podcast. The Military Industrial Suplex. Strong Style History. Puro Paris, and Psychology is Dead. Also, from the archives, the full catalog of great shows that provided a fresh look at classic wrestling, including Where the Big Boys Play, Titans of Wrestling, Tag Teams Back Again, Letters from Kayfabe, Wrestling Culture, Pro Wrestling Super Show, Goodwill Wrestling, and many, many others. Pro Wrestling Only Podcast Network. Only the best.
Tim, we're back.
We're back.
There was something I wanted to discuss before the third beer that we drank, but I lost my train of thought and I don't remember what it was that I was going to discuss. So that really sucked. I hate when that happens. It always happens when I talk to you for some reason. You have that kind of effect on me for whatever reason. Whenever I talk to you, there's something that I want to discuss and I lose my train of thought and I never remember what it is. And it had to do with beer too, so it was relevant. It wasn't like, some off-topic discussion. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't matter because we're here tonight to talk about beer, talk about the beers we're drinking tonight. Obviously, this is the Top Brewery edition. You had Mother Earth. I had Oskar Blues. Tim, I want to let you. I want to let you do the honors. I want you to announce for tonight your top beer. So what is it, Tim?
Well, Adrian, mine's pretty easy, honestly. My top beer is the Cali Creamin'.
Oh, okay.
And it's really interesting that was kind of their flagship beer. I don't know if I've had a beer from Mother Earth that I like more than that one, and I kind of held off on drinking it because it's a cream ale, and I was like, hey, I don't really like cream ale, and I've tried some of their other beers, like their IPAs and stuff, and the stout, obviously, and it's been good, but the Cali Creamin' is fantastic, and I really recommend that for anybody, honestly. It's a really good beer.
It sounds like a really good beer. I think you and I are going to have to do some kind of a beer trade-off where you can send that to me and I'll send you something else because that sounds delicious and I want to try it. But anyway, that was the first one you had, right? The Cali Cream?
That was my first.
Perfect. All right.
First the worst, as they say.
So for me, it was not a hard decision, but it was funny because I thought when I had the Pinner Throwback IPA, I thought right away I thought, oh, this is gonna be my beer for tonight. This has to be right because it's an IPA, which I'm biased towards IPAs, I'll admit, and it's a really good IPA. And regardless of the outcome, I would still highly recommend it to anybody who likes IPAs and likes them in a sort of a quote unquote throwback style. But regardless of that, my top beer tonight, Tim, is the Oskar Blues IPA, just a regular IPA. The Blue Ferrigno, the Living the Blue Dream. It's a really good beer. It's not super. It isn't as hoppy as the Pinner, so I would go as far as to say that if you're not a person who's super into hoppy beers or IPAs or whatever, I think you would enjoy just their IPA because it isn't as hop forward as their Pinner or as their Goodnight Double Red IPA, which I've had, which is really good. I think this is a beer for the ages, Tim. This is a daily driver. This is a go-to beer. This is the beer, as I've said in the past, a beer you come home to, right? So yeah, I want to definitely say this is my top beer for tonight. My top beer. Somebody asked if who was it that was surprised that I did that in real time? Who was it that we were
Oh, fuck, who was that?
They were like, "Oh, you do that in real time?" I was like, "Yeah, I got a little switch here."
I can't. It was just recently too.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. That was good. Oh, it was Glenn.
Glenn, that's what it was. I was happy to see that he was surprised by that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that was nice.
But anyway, and that's on our same show, same feed. But that's on our Get to Know edition of Lucha Undead. But anyway,
this is true.
This is very true. So yeah, Tim. And I did mention this earlier in the show. Next month, Tim, we're going to have our year anniversary of doing this show. How do you feel about that? We've been doing this for almost a year now.
I mean, Jesus, right? What do you say about doing a podcast for a whole year? I mean, nothing, dude. Like, we've been doing podcasts together for fucking probably 10 years already at this point. You know, it's not a big deal.
It feels like 10 years for sure.
It feels like, I honestly think it's pretty close. Like, we were talking about the numbers before, and you were trying to say it was shorter than I really think it was, honestly.
You think so?
Yeah, I think we've been doing it for quite a while.
Yeah, podcasting is fun. Podcasting with friends is fun. Podcasting and drinking beers and talking about them is even funner. And of course, it's also fun to interview and get to know people. We had who do we have last week on the show? We got to know it was what was his name? It escaped. Trevor was a funny, interesting guy to talk to. He's got some stories about it, about his upbringing and stuff that were. He had me on the edge of my seat. I'll admit, like he really had me. Like sometimes I'm on my phone just checking Twitter, checking whatever. But I was
a real dick.
I was 100% listening to everything that guy had to say because he had some really interesting stories to tell. But speaking of that, Tim, before we go tonight, is there anything you want to plug? Anything you've been working on at all?
No, I mean, just, my stuff, my podcasts, this podcast, the other podcast that I do, This Week in Wrestling. Let's see. I mean, that's about it, honestly. Otherwise, follow me on Twitter at Lucha Undead, as it were.
Awesome. Follow me at Dilla Boots, and another thing I want to say really quick: if you guys are listening to the show, for those of you who are listening, if you guys have any beer recommendations, I mean, please send them our way. If we can somehow try to get them and drink them on the show for our shot episodes or whatever, that would be something fun to do as well. So
that's true.
Definitely do that. Now before we go, Tim, I think there's a little saying we like to go out on the show with. What is that saying, Tim?
This is also true. Life is all about those 3 Bs. And tonight it's just this regular old 3 Bs. It's good beers, it's my good bud, and it's good banter. Good night, everybody.